Yo, we in the game, talking number stakes high. Knowledge and skill, like a bird we fly. Analyzing stats, we don't just guess. Betting on the wind, you know we're blessed. Just the bet slips, we keep it real. Breaking down the odds, you know the deal. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. Rolling with the punches, we look for the signs. Parlays and props, counting all the coins. Every podcast episode, we bring the heat. Strategies laid out, can't accept defeat. Tune into the wisdom, hear our call. In this betting world, we'll never fall. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. On this gambling journey, we ride the bet. With just the bet slips, you ain't seen nothing yet.
What is going on, Just Bet Slips family? We are back. It's been a crazy, busy July, as you see. We are back. I've got busy July so far. We've all been kind of running like a chicken, our head cut off in our personal lives, so we haven't been able to post. I have been putting pics out every day, even when we're not on the show. So we have had that. So just make sure you're following if you want to get those when we can't go live. But we're back today. We've got a lot of action today. It's just going to be me and Poolside Pat today, but we're going to try to bring you the hot tips for your bet slips. And I'm glad you're all back with us. But I'll go ahead and just jump into the disclaimer real quick. Which is number one, we're not professional gamblers. The show is for fun entertainment purposes only. Number two, please gamble responsibly at your own risk. Do not gamble more than you can afford, and only bet what you can afford to lose. And lastly, gambling can be addictive, so please seek help if you need it. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Again, we're not professional gamblers. We make the best bets we can and to give to you all. I do a ton of research, but we don't get paid to do this. This is for entertainment purposes. The most important rule is number two is set limits. Stay within your limits. You will be fine. But if you do find yourself needing help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. They'll get you the help you need. We are not affiliated or sponsored by any specific sports book. However, we are affiliated with Nevin Eyewear. Let's go. I'm glad somebody else left the 750 Club with me yesterday. But yeah, we're not affiliated with a sports book, but we are affiliated with Nevin Eyewear. They've been with us just since day one. They are great sunglasses. They are polarized. These are my MLB long points. We all have several pair. They're also kind of risk-free because if you lose them, damage them, need them replaced for any reason, fill out the online claim form. They will replace them for free. If you click on our link in our link tree on X, you can do the 30% off of one pair, which if you're going to get a prescription pair, use that 30% off. It'll save you the most money. Or if you're going to get a regular pair of sunglasses, do the buy one, get two free. You'll get 3 pair for just under $90 and a free gift. Either way, you'll get free shipping because both of those deals are over $50, and you get anything over $50 for free shipping. So check out Nevin Eyewear. Click on our link. Let them know we sent you. Get those discounts. We all love them. So just if anybody's in the chat that ends up getting them and it's already gotten theirs, let us know how you like them. We're open to hearing from you all. I know NXT has ordered some. Not sure if he's gotten them yet. But we all of us on the show love them, and they're very affordable, and the fact that they're willing to replace them is a great thing too. I will go ahead and move on. Actually, before I move on to the next one, it's been a few days. So Pat, what's going on? How you been doing?
Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah, I mean, like you said, just it's been crazy hot like everywhere, and we're gonna golf course just a couple long days recently, and. I said it in the post that I made, even though we didn't have shows, there was picks by not just you. There was multiple. I know CJ got in on that. I dropped picks the other day. Like you'll always have picks whether we're there or not because life does get busy and, between work and personal stuff. Sometimes we have to miss a couple shows, especially with a holiday like this. And we don't like to, but we will always have picks. And you said it very well. So, but doing good, man. I do have to go back to work. So I'm still in my attire, but I had a little time, so I wanted to hop in because I missed it.
Me and PD King were also on the golf course yesterday playing in that 110-degree heat.
Yeah. I don't know what's worse. I was thinking about that the other day because like I was, I've got a hose and I'm doing physical activity. Don't get me wrong, like lugging a hose around and cutting cups and stuff like that. Like that's not easy work. But then I think about it too. It's like golf is fun, but it's also like you're doing strenuous activity and walking around. Like I don't know
Yeah.
what's worse. Probably I guess just you're not getting necessarily paid to golf. You pay to golf, and I'm getting paid to work. So
Right.
it's like I don't know which is. They're both equally miserable though. Once it's that hot.
Yeah, I mean, look, it was hot. Don't get me wrong. 2 days ago, the reason there was no show because I was doing a part-time job where I was doing some DoorDash, and well, apparently when it's 110 degrees, your gas goes faster than normal. So it said I had 40 miles to empty. Well, then I ran out of gas.
Wow.
I sat in a 125 to 130 degree car for 45 minutes waiting for somebody to come get me gas, which was right around the time we were supposed to be doing the show, which is why there was no show.
That's rough. Yes, I remember that because you probably would have gone solo.
Yeah, I would have. I was already planning on it. I was literally about to be on my way home when that happened.
That's crazy.
So it's been a couple of days, but you know what?
Yeah.
I hit 2 of the 3 bets that day. So hey, I posted them from the car while I was sweating.
That's why you got to follow them. Just follow just footsteps.
But that being said, I'll go ahead and move on to the thing that's not a sports book, but it's a lot like a sports book. That is Playvo. It is a challenge system. And essentially the way it works is you buy a package ranging from $30 all the way up to $500. If you use the code JTBS, you will get 10% off any and all packages. If you buy that $30 package for $27 with our code, you will get a bankroll of $1,000 to bet with. Your first challenge is to get to 10% profit before 10% losses. If you complete that challenge, you move on to challenge 2, in which case you got to get to 15% profit for it before getting 10% losses. If you complete that challenge, you move on to the funded stage and cash up to 70% up to that point going forward. Or you could do the blitz method, which is 25% profit before getting to 10% losses. And it's the same as you'll cash out. Once you complete that, you'll be able to cash out at that point. There are other many rules, regulations, stipulations. There's minimum picks per round. Please make sure you check out Playvo, watch their 2-minute video, and get all of that information. They can explain it much better than we do. But if you're looking for a best bet for today, I am going with Joe Ryan, 7+ strikeouts. This is at -105. I used a 10% boost to get it to +104. First of all, he's got 7+ strikeouts in 7 of his last 9 games. The Yankees are the 6th worst team in strikeouts per game, averaging almost 9 strikeouts per game. The Yankees have not been letting us down. When good pitchers face the Yankees, they get strikeouts, and I am not worried about this one at all today. I know we've only gone 1 for 3 to start the month. I did not have one on one of the days because of some issues. But yeah, so look, we're 1 for 3 to start the month. I get it. We're down a little bit, but this is one that's going to get us going back towards the green again. We saw this last month. I'd go 5 or 6 in a row where I would hit, and then 3 or 4 when I missed. So we're hoping to start that run today, and I think Joe Ryan's the perfect one to get us there.
I love that you have Joe Ryan.
Yeah, I was trying to decide, do I want to use him for my parlay or use him for the best bet? And I was like, I think he's the one that I like the most for the entire day. So there's just no way I couldn't put him on the best bet. And I just went elsewhere for my parlay. And I went a little soft on a couple of people on my parlay to be safe today, because after Chris Sale had the worst strikeout day of his career, like his season yesterday, he didn't pitch bad. He got the win. He had one bad inning. His last inning was bad, but he didn't pitch bad. He just could not get – he had no strikeout pitch yesterday. I don't know what it was. He was getting 0-2 counts and could not get the guys out. But we shouldn't have that issue with Joe Ryan today. I think if anybody's looking for a ladder, this is the guy I would do it with. He's the only guy on the slate today that I trust to even get close to a ladder. So maybe you do like a 6, 7, 8, 9 with him, or a 7, 8, 9, 10, depending on how good you feel about him. I did not do that today, but he's the only – if you're going to do one, he's the guy to do it with, because there's really nobody else on this slate to do that with. But that being said, I will move on. I believe we got the marquee matchup.
Yes, sir.
And you're going to see Joe Ryan all over again.
There you go. Yeah. No, that's why I said it. I mean, obviously, so Joe Ryan is just for 6. Yeah, there you go. I'm just for 6. So obviously, if Professor likes him for 7, 6 can obviously hit. And then Ryan Weathers on the other side. There's not much here, and I wasn't able to do any extensive research on it. He's hit this twice this month, and 3 out of his last 6 starts. So that's right there. You've seen You've seen him touch double-digit strikeouts. You've seen him be around 8 or 9 on multiple occasions. I'm just trying to see if he's faced this Twins team. No. So there's that. But I don't know. Just I guess I don't know what the weather is in Northeast. Is this in New York? Do you know?
Honestly, I didn't pay attention to that, but I can tell you.
I think so.
I think it is because I remember seeing them playing in New York yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, and Ryan Weathers, younger guy, doesn't have much experience against this team at all. So you're just kind of banking on his stuff.
Yeah.
You're just banking on his stuff being his stuff. So definitely would like to cut into that down 2 already to start the month, but it's early month, and I'm gonna keep it conservative as you can with 6 strikeout bets. But I think I'm gonna keep Marquee Metro pretty conservative this if I can, unless I'm forced to because of the units.
Yeah, I mean, look, Weathers is one of those guys that he can give you 8 or he can give you 4. You just don't know.
Yeah.
But he certainly has the ability to get to 6. And Joe Ryan, like we already talked about that. I love Joe Ryan, so I think all you're gonna have to sweat is Weathers, and hopefully he can get there.
Yep.
So we'll see.
We'll see.
Moving on. Let me see what I have. Oh, I think I know what I have next. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we got the 750 club, and this is kind of similar to the format I did yesterday, and we hit. So I'm going to run it back where we're just running players, and I'm not going to stick to a theme like I normally do, where it's always 2 plus total bases or all 2 plus hits, runs, or RBIs. Yesterday, I had 2 guys for 2 total bases, 1 guy for 2 plus hits, runs, or RBIs, and another guy for a hit. And it's just I'm kind of mixing and matching where I see fit. I'm going to start off with Juan Soto for 2 plus total bases. He's 4 for 10 lifetime versus Perez, and he's just a Braves killer. He is one of these guys that even no matter how good or bad the game's going for the Mets against the Braves, Juan Soto is going to get his. He just missed a home run yesterday. This guy is like, as a Braves fan, I've watched this guy torch us so many times. It's not even funny. So he's got a good history against Perez and the Braves, so we like him for 2 plus total bases. Byron Buxton, 2 plus total bases. He's been on kind of a tear lately. I know the last 2 or 3 of the last few games, maybe not so much, but like the last month, he's been on fire. He had like 5 or 6 home runs last month, and he's only got 2 at bats versus this pitcher, but he's 2 for 2 versus Weathers, and he's gotten 2 plus total bases in 5 of his last 8 games. So I'm just going with the recency bias, the fact that he's pretty much batting 1,000 against Weathers, even though it's only in 2 at bats. And thinking we can get this 2 plus total bases. Next, we got Francisco Lindor, another guy that kills the Braves. He is 8 for 19 versus Perez, batting almost 500 versus him. He had 2 hits last night. I think he probably gets another hit or 2 tonight. And then lastly, we got Ty France, who is facing Sheehan. He is 3 for 4 versus Sheehan lifetime, and he got a hit in 6 of his last 9 games. He is a very streaky guy. When he gets hits, it usually comes in like 4 or 5 game streaks. So I have a feeling that we're gonna see him on the 5 game hit streak thing soon. Got this at plus 794. Had a 20% boost. Boosted this to plus 953. So we are really hoping to run this back. Go back to back. As you see, we're up 6.83 units because we had a plus 883 yesterday on the 750 club. Thank God, because it saved my day because everything else missed by 1 leg. So, and anybody who doesn't know how we do our units, typically on the show, unless I put on the sheet, the 750 club is a part of my sheets, I don't count it for my records. However, we don't do a show and I put them on X, if I put a 750 club on X, it's going to count because I can't really dictate when you're posting on X where this is going. So it's easier if I just count everything I put on X, and then when we're on the show, do it one way. And like 2 days ago, I didn't post a 750 club because I didn't feel good about any of them. So if I'm posting on X, I may or may not do the 750 club based on how I feel because I know I'm putting it towards my records. So that's how I'm gonna do it going forward. I just want to be clear so everybody understands how it works with our records. So today I'm not gonna include it because it's on the show and we hit it yesterday. So the odds of going back to back are not great, but I do feel good about this. Like I did all the research for it. And if we hit back to back, then that'll be amazing for the 750 club anyway. I'm just glad to be in the green. I told y'all, for some reason, there's something about early in the month. We always hit one in the first like four days of the month. And like last month, we hit the second day of the month, didn't hit the rest of the month. But sometimes we hit the first 4, then we'll go like 10 or 12 don't hit, and then we hit another one. It's always the month we hit one though.
We've been sprinkling in some big hits over the last couple months too, which is good.
Yeah.
And just on your point, I'm the same. If it's my bets that I track or for the show, tabletop, anything that's on tabletop, anything I post on Twitter, I'm the same way. If it's on Twitter, that counts towards our records. And if it's verbally said
right, yeah,
on the show,
correct.
It's like sometimes we've had bets where it's not actually on a slide, but we've come up with it throughout the show, and then we say, yes, put that on my sheet. That
correct.
means that's being tracked.
Correct.
Yeah,
same way. So, and I wasn't doing that before, and I thought about, I was like, if it goes on X, it really needs to count. So that's what I'm gonna start. That's how I'm gonna start doing it going forward. I thought about that at the beginning of this month, so that's how I've been doing it for the month of July. So we're gonna go with that, and then I will move on to. I'm the only one with it. I don't know. Oh, you do have yours is not technically a long ball, but
yeah,
I'm going with Dylan Dingler. Look, F plus 550. The man has 19 home runs, which is actually very good for him. He hasn't hit one in 8 days, which is one reason why I like him, because he's due. He was hitting one every like 3 or 4 days up until about 10 days ago, and then he's hasn't hit one in a while. He has one at bat versus this pitcher. That one at bat was a home run.
I was going to say, there's no way you'd say that if it wasn't a home run.
The wind's blowing out at 5 miles per hour, and he's going against Kumar Rocker. Now, Kumar Rocker has pitched better this year than he has in the years past. He has actually been what a lot of people thought he was going to be when he first came up. But Kumar Rocker throws the ball very, very hard. Yep. And if Dingler gets a hold of one, this ball could go very, very far. And that's another reason why I like him for the long ball. He's only got one at bat. He's hit a home run against him. And the possibility of him hitting one like 450 and us actually winning this bonus for the long ball is great. Plus, you're getting it at 550. And, if you're going to give me these odds versus with a guy who's hit his home run and is only at bat versus the guy, I'm going to take a shot at him. So we're going with Dylan Dingler today at plus 550. And then I'm going to do the same thing NXT, and whenever we go over Pats, I'm going to put them together in a parlay as well.
Hey, Dinger Almanac's been pretty good. It's been basically 50% so far. I mean, it's backed up. It's just like you do. Like it's not like this thing has been put together without any stats. So it's like,
yeah. Now so I'll tell y'all what I have a site that I look at that it basically just breaks down the pitching matchup, the wind, and all of that. It's called Fantasy Info Central, and it gives you a percentage of likeliness that people are going to hit a home run. And it ranks them. So like today it has Junior Caminero at 32%. He's never faced this pitcher, but he's got 8 home runs in the last 9 games. So that's why he literally went 6 days in a row. Then he didn't hit one on the 7th day. Then on 8 and 9 he's hit one. Speaking of which, Chicks Fix Jen was praying we were on the show yesterday. She hit so much yesterday, and she didn't count any of the records. Caminero to hit a home run. She had Caminero hit the first home run. He led the game off with a home run, so she hit both of those. She had Yordan Alvarez for a home run, Yordan Alvarez for 2 home runs, and Caminero and Yordan Alvarez both to hit a home run. Well, Yordan Alvarez hit 2 home runs, and Caminero, and they both hit them. So she had a plus 1,700, a plus 2,800, a plus 600. She hit like 50 units off of those 2 guys alone in that game. And if Caminero had a second home run, she would have won $1 would have won 500. She was that one home run away from $500. So, like, she went nuts. Those would have all been her last calls had we done a show yesterday. So she was the one that hurt the most because the month would be over when it comes to King of the Unions had she been on yesterday.
Oh yeah. Happens.
That being said, we weren't here for the Saturday 6-pack, so I crudely posted Sunday over top of Saturday because I didn't feel like making another slide. So I'm gonna do a Sunday 6-pack for everybody today. I'm gonna start off with Bo Bichette. He has been on red hot fire right now. 1+ hit. He's also 5 for 10 versus Perez lifetime. So the fact that he's been hot, plus he's going against a pitcher that he's hot against. I really like Bo Bichette today, and it sounds like I'm saying I like the Mets today because I'm betting a lot of Mets players today.
You are.
Nick Gonzalez for a hit. He's on a 5-game hitting streak. He's got 10 hits over those 5 games. Ellie De La Cruz is also on a 7-game hitting streak. Byron Buxton, I already talked about. He's 2 for 2 versus Weathers, and he's had a hot last 30 days. Chase Louder, who just came off of a long hitting streak. He's also, he's got a hit in 12 of his last 13 games. And then lastly, Pete Crow Armstrong, who's also been hot the last 30 days. He's on a 5-game hitting streak, and he's batting over 300 versus the pitcher he's facing today. I'm putting all these together at plus 598. This is another one for the guys who like to round robin. Would be a good one to round robin. I also made sure I bet somebody in a different game for every game. So if you want to round robin, they're all individuals. There is no combo games. So that way it makes the round robin a lot easier to bet. Because if you round robin, if we hit 4 of the 6, which is what we've been doing lately, is hitting 4 of the 6, you're going to make money. So look, I wasn't here for the people, so I had to bring the people what they look for. On Saturday, we didn't have it, so I brought it on Sunday. But that is the Saturday 6-pack. We got to you could tell that these are all better odds because it's 6 and it's still only plus 598. Yeah. So all of these guys are very likely to get hits today. Like I said, if you round robin it and we hit 4, then you'll still make money. So, you can mix and match these. You don't always have to bet them the way I put them out there. If you want to just take 2 or 3 of these and put them in a parlay, you can do that. If you want to round robin, just take these 6. These are the guys I like. These are literally all the guys in the first 6 games of the day too also. So these are going to clear early because I picked all early games. So you can try to use it. If you do hit this, we can run that into some money late in the late games. That's another reason why I did it that way. Because yesterday, what I didn't do is I should have been posting these live as I was doing them to go with my other bets. I was sitting here watching sports, and I was like, I don't have any bets on these 2 games that I'm watching right now. So I said, you know what? Let me do a performance triple in each one of these games. So I picked the pitcher, the game, and a hitter, and I hit both of those at plus, like one was plus 300, one was plus 400. Then I said, you know what? Let me do it again for the night games, and I'd hit it again. I went 3 for 3 on performance triples yesterday. Wow. Not a single one of those got posted because I was just doing those on the fly because I was watching the games and I wanted something to make me root for in those games. So maybe I'll start doing those a little earlier before games when I do them. You'll see today I actually added one today for the last call because I have one. There was only one I really liked today that was in addition to all my other bets. But that is the 6-pack for the day. It is the one-time Sunday 6-pack because we should not miss very many Saturdays. But I wanted to ask you a question.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
How much baseball do you watch?
That's
not the Braves.
Typically, I watch at least a game or 2 every day.
Even if it's not the Braves?
Oh yeah, most of the time it's not the Braves.
Really?
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, when the Braves are on, I'm watching them. But like, if they're not on, I'm watching whatever's on, especially if I've got bets on it. And if I don't have bets on it, I'm making bets on it to make me want to watch it.
I love that. That's why you're the best. That's why you're the
best. The other night, there was another bet that I didn't put on the show the other night. When I did hit, I went 3 for 4 that night. I had Shohei for 8 strikeouts and Dylan Cease for 9 strikeouts. I didn't put that on the show. I had both of them in my parlays, but I had them less strikeouts. Both of those guys went for 9 strikeouts. I watched both of those games as they were happening.
That's awesome.
And it's fun to watch those when you've got decent money on them. And that was like a plus 500 I hit. I'm probably up like 15 units this month, not a single bit on the show.
That's wild.
Yeah. So, but that's all right. We're gonna go in. I think the first tabletop is you today, so I will just jump right into it.
Sweet. Yeah. So marquee, as we talked about, always on my tabletop. My second one is, and I agree. You said something earlier that just a lot of the pitching, pitcher matchups, just not much meat on the bone there. But I did like these 2. Bradish has hit this 2 of his last 5, but in both of those, that was a 9 strikeout performance against the Angels. You know about the Angels, 10 strikeout performance against the Mariners. I said it just to say that he is certainly capable. Excuse me. And against the Reds, doesn't have much. He has faced Nathaniel Lowe and Eugenio Suarez 19 times, and he's struck them out 7 times. So
Nice.
a little bit of familiarity with at least a couple of the guys on the other side. And then on the other side, Nick Lodolo. I feel like we bet with him a lot last year. I could be wrong. Saw a lot of names that I just recall very vividly. He hasn't hit this yet, he's hit this once this month. He is the guy that you sweat in this one. Just to be completely fair, I actually think Bradish has found his way on this a lot this season. I feel like, and he's been probably hit or miss, literally, and. But I still liked it. These are the only two I really felt comfortable with for six plus each. My cards bet, I'm doing 2 of them actually. JJ and Walker. Walker was just named by the commissioners. The players or the fans didn't vote in the leading RBI guy in the NL, Jordan Walker, but the commissioner voted him in, and then to the All-Star game. And JJ Weatherholt got completely snubbed. One of the best second basemen in baseball, and going to win the Rookie of the Year, not in the All-Star game. So this is my All-Star game revenge. 2+ hits, runs, and RBIs for the 2 of these guys. They both got hit this yesterday. So, and then Liberatore, who's been struggling. The second bet is the same one as the first bet, just added Liberatore 4Ks. They can get to 4 even if he struggles. But he hasn't been pitching well as of late. So something to just keep an eye on. My Dinger Almanac, if NXT or you want to get in on it, Rafael Devers. He's been number 1 like 2 of the last 3 days, I think. I'm still trying to figure out what a lot of his reasoning is, like the multiplies and stuff like that. Like I'm still kind of navigating through the site, but he's riding an 8-game hit streak and he's playing in Colorado. So,
I mean, it's the fact that he's got I think he's got 2 home runs in his last 3 games and he's facing Colorado. Yeah. I mean, those 2 things combined makes for a pretty good line. Matter of fact, let me go bet this right now. So I'm gonna do Dingler and Devers for home runs together.
There you go. I'm going to skip the next one for a brief second and then go to the World Cup. Brazil -1.5 handicap, corners and money line. I believe, so don't quote me on this. So I'm DraftKings, and it says when you bet this to qualify. So I'm pretty sure that means winning no matter what. I don't believe that that's 90-minute. Because that is also one of the bet. I'm pretty sure to qualify is just winning no matter what. I could be wrong, but I interpreted it as money line just to win. So that's +270. And then I did a little World Cup shout out to Mexico. England can kick rocks, and Brazil is Brazil. So there you go. And then yes, for the first time on this show, I believe, I am picking against the Cardinals, flat out, straight up. Cubs money line. You will ask, is this real? Is this is there a catch? Of course, there's a catch. I am going to experiment because I vowed not to bet on the Cardinals. -157. I honestly wouldn't have taken on a normal day, but I have a new coworker who's a big Cubs fan. He's really annoying about it, and we haven't said a word to him over the last 2 games. So it just feels like the Cubs are going to at least take one from the Cards. And but what I actually might start doing is hedging for happiness, because even if I only use a unit on the show, at least if the Cardinals win, then the Cardinals won, and I'll only lost a unit. And then if I'm betting against the Cardinals and they lose, not only do I win money, that's it. I win money and I win on the show. So that is going to be looked into by me. I don't know why the Cubs are such a money line. I don't know why they're such a favorite, but I guess maybe because Liberatore is struggling. I don't know who the Cubs have going.
Yeah, Javier Assad is 6-1.
Okay, so that makes sense then. I think I'm going to stick to only doing this going forward when the Cardinals are the heavy favorites. But yeah, I am betting on the Chicago Cubs to beat the Cardinals today.
It's wild. I'm not going to lie. Especially as good as the Cardinals have been.
Yeah, they have been really good. Thank you. Thank you for noticing.
When I get to my hit parlay, you're going to see a guy that I think might hurt this. Help you and hurt you at the same time.
Fair enough.
but we'll move on to that. So my strikeout parlay is a ladder parlay. I've got Casey Mize 4+ strikeouts. He's hit 4+ strikeouts in 5 of his last 6, and he's going against the Rangers, who strike out 8.34 times per game. We need half of that. I think he gets, even if he doesn't have a great outing, he can get to 4 strikeouts. Ranger Suarez, who I have not been betting all year. This is literally the first time you've seen me bet this man, but he has actually been a little bit on fire lately. He has 5 strikeouts in 6 straight, and he's going against an Angels team who is no longer the worst team in baseball striking out. They are now 28th at 9.4 strikeouts per game, but there are 2 teams that are worse now. So here's but he has been absolutely on fire. I've been missing out because for the last month and a half, Ranger Suarez has been locked in.
Yeah, ever since CJ kind of makes fun of him or made fun of him.
I don't know if that's what it took if Petey King to make fun of him, but I'm gonna ride him while he's hot at 5 strikeouts. And then one of my guys that I think is very hot, not to mention is he hot. The Marlins are sneaky hot, and they are sneaking up on the Braves and the Phillies in that division.
Really?
They were at one point 14 games down. They are now 5 games back. They have not been. They've only lost twice in the last 14 games. They are on absolute fire. And Yuri Perez is one of the reasons. We had his last start. We used him as the best bet he hit. We're going 6+ strikeouts. He's hit this in 6 of his last 9. The 2 of his misses were by 1 strikeout where he had 5. But he's going against a team who strikes out the Athletics, who strike out 8.66 times per game. They've been striking out even more than that lately. I think that he gets to 6. And that you could tell just by the odds that these are all favored to hit at +180. My hit parlay. We already talked about Nick Gonzalez. He's on a 5-game hitting streak. He's got 10 hits over those 5 games. Mason Wynn, 1+ hit. This man versus the Javier Assad is 5 for 5 with a home run lifetime. He has never gotten out against Javier Assad.
Wow.
So I like Mason Wynn for a hit. I think Mason Wynn goes deep today too. So I think that could hurt you, but it also help you because that means the Cardinals could win.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
I'm not betting for a home run, but if he hits a home run, I'm going to kick myself because I really think he's going to hit one today.
He hit one in game. He hit one on Friday.
So we're gonna rock with Mason Wynn today, and then Liam Hicks is the longest hit streak, active hit streak in all of baseball right now. He's at a 15-game hitting streak with 24 hits over those 15 games. He has been on absolute. The funny thing is, he actually had an 8-game hit streak. He got hurt, wasn't playing for about 15 days, came back, and now he's on a 7-game hit streak to make it 15 games. So even after getting hurt and come back, he still continued his hit streak and kept it going. This dude has been on absolute fire as well. Got this at +212. Really like this one today. And off the sheet, off the records, I'm probably putting both of these together because I have a feel. I like both of these equally. I really think both of these hit today.
There you go. There you have it.
Let's see.
If I'd say, I like the strikeout bet better than the hit bet, but they're both fine.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. These names are not the names that you necessarily look for when you're trying to bet hits. These are not the big. But these are the ones I like to do now because you're getting better odds. You can get because you bet 3 guys like Pete Crow Armstrong, Yordan Alvarez, and Junior Caminero, you're gonna get +120 for those 3 guys. And I like to try to get them around 2-1. Plus, a lot of these guys are the guys that gets hits every day that you just don't pay attention to. So those are the ones I like to give out. I mean, obviously, I will put some of the bigger names in them, but I prefer to do these names that we not necessarily think of firsthand. My last call, I do have my performance triple. I'm going with the Nationals money line. One of the big reasons for the Nationals, both these teams are in the top 5 in offense between Pittsburgh and Washington. Who thought that was going to happen? Washington, in terms of scoring, is the number 1 team in all of baseball, which is crazy. Pittsburgh, I think, is 3rd. It's insane how good both these offenses are. But the pitching matchup to me leans towards the Nationals. Bubba Chandler has been okay, but he's lately been giving up a decent amount of runs. And against this Nationals teams, I think they're going to get to him early. Cade Cavalli's actually been very good as of late, so I'm going to just trust that Cade Cavalli can get this done, and the Nationals will put up some runs against that Pittsburgh team. Then we got Cade Cavalli, 6+ strikeouts. He's hit this in back-to-back starts. He's thrown 20 strikeouts in his last 2 starts combined. He's starting to find his way. He's going against a Pittsburgh team that is now the worst team in all of baseball when it comes to strikeouts per game. They have taken over the last spot, averaging.
Pittsburgh?
Yes, Pittsburgh is now the worst strikeout team in all of baseball. No longer the Angels. The Angels aren't even the second worst anymore. They went up 2 spots.
Wow.
The Pittsburgh Pirates strike out 9.44 times per game on average,
Wow.
which is wild. They're creeping towards the 9.5 to 10 strikeouts per game, which is wild. Especially considering how good that offense is. Like that offense either hits a double or they strike out. It's wild. But that being said, then I'm also gonna go with James Wood, 1+ hit, who is on a 6-game hitting streak. Just hit a home run yesterday. I think he's gonna probably take Bubba Chandler deep again today, to be completely honest with you.
There you go.
So I've got all 3 of those at plus 215. I went 3 for 3 on these performance triples yesterday, so I wanted to give you one of the ones today. And Kate Cavalli was the last pitcher that I trusted to do this with that I didn't already bet on the sheet. So I wanted to make sure I gave you one that I hadn't given you in case one of the other ones fails us. This one could come through for us. But that's the last bet of the day for me on my last call.
Yeah, man. I guess you want to do. I think NXT put his bet in there.
Oh, really? I'm sorry. I didn't even see it.
I think I just need you to bring up the 750 Club again.
All right, so 750 Club. Weathers 5K. Dingle. Whoo, that's going to be a monster.
I think he means Devers, not Fate.
No, he did. He did. But I'm just saying that's going to be a monster parlay.
Okay, yeah, let me see. Total bases. 2+. Buxton. Buxton, where are you at? Buxton. There it is. Okay, Lindor hit Ty France. Who's Ty France play for?
Give me a second.
I want to see a Mariner.
Where'd my thing go? No, he is with the Padres.
Ty France. Okay, so that's Joe Ryan 7. This one's tough to put in. Joe Ryan 7.
Plus, it's like right around plus 20,000 for this bet.
Weathers 5. Dingler. Who's Dingler play for?
That is Detroit.
Detroit. Ugh. This is horrible radio, but this is necessary. Why can't I find the Tigers? Does he play? He plays today for sure.
Yeah, I just bet him like 4 times.
Dingler.
The game is at 3:30.
I don't know why it's not here. The game's just not here,
That's weird.
right?
Yes, Tigers versus Rangers is what the game is.
Oh, there it is. I don't know why I couldn't find it for a second. Derek Dingler. All right.
So I got I got it right around plus 20,000, which
Yeah.
I mean, hey, we hit that. we're gonna be dancing. Oops, let me remove this real quick. So updated, I added Mariners pitcher. A new guy has come off. A new guy that we are betting, and we need to start betting. And if you haven't paid attention to him, please do. Bryce Miller is amazing. He is a new pitcher for the Mariners, and that guy has been on absolute fire. So you can start betting him a lot.
Yeah.
He might actually be the most consistent Mariners pitcher out on that team right now. He had a no-hitter through like 6 innings yesterday. But this is the list, and then we'll move on. Not a lot of stats on the sheet so far because it's been a wild month. I went 5 for 9. I'm up 6 units. I went 5 for 9. I'm up 6 units. Chicks Picks Jen went 11 for 10. He's up 3.45 units. Or she's up 3.45 units. Sorry, PD King. I had a bet, but I didn't. He didn't update him yet, so we haven't updated his. C Money Parker have not made any bets, and then we got Poolside Pat that is 2 and 6, down 2 units currently. But that is it for today's show. We will definitely be back tomorrow in some fashion. I am bowling tomorrow night, but I think I can still run a show tomorrow night around 5. It'll be an earlier show. But that being said, worst case, we'll have picks online, but I think we'll definitely have a show tomorrow. Please make sure you're following us on X. We're trying to get to 500. Once we get to 500, we have a lot more things coming. That being said, we will play you out. You all have a great Sunday, and we will see you tomorrow.
Yo, we in the game, talking number stakes high. Knowledge and skill, like a bird we fly. Analyzing stats, we don't just guess. Betting on the win, you know we're blessed. Just the bet slips, we keep it real. Breaking down the odds, you know the deal. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. Rolling with the punches, we look for the signs. Parlays and props, counting all the coins every podcast episode. We bring the heat, strategies laid out, can't accept defeat. Tune into the wisdom, hear our call. In this betting world, we'll never fall. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. On this gambling journey, we ride the bet. With just the bet slips, you ain't seen nothing yet.